someone named Jimmy Sky just came in to do the capybara. You can actually see that on the screen. I think I'm going to put this on the screen. Please do capybara, please do capybara, please do capybara. Okay, cool. So you know what? Like rapid fire succession like that. I'm like, oh my god, this is an emergency. I better check out the capybara page, you know? And so I do. Just so you know, when you guys ask me to do something, I actually do check out the wiki. I'm not just kidding. Yeah, when I write back in the comments, cool, I'll check it out. I literally check it out. I'm not bullshitting you guys. Like, you ask me to check something out, a wiki page, I do it. Okay, because I want to. I like stuff like that. I like reading stuff. Isn't that obvious? Anyway, so I checked out the capybara page, and I am proud to say, zero chance I'm gonna read this. Dude, there are so many words in it, I will stumble all over, and I'm not about that. I gotta have a good time while I'm reading the wikis. I'm lifting the veil a little bit as to what my criteria is for wiki reads a little bit, so this is definitely a thing. I have no like hard and fast rules for it. They just kind of reveal themselves as time goes on, you know? And one of the rules is definitely it has to be a free-flowing read. Like, dude, that's why I go for so many entertainment wikis, just because I'm going to be familiar with the verbiage and the terminology in there, you know? So I'm able to, for the most part, just read it without issue. That is not the case with capybara, dude. Here, let me try to hit the first paragraph without like messing up or anything to see what's what. Okay, here we go. Capybara. The capybara, or greater capybara. I'm not even gonna mess with that Latin name. Okay, I will try. Okay, hydrocoeris. Hold on, hydrocoeris. Are we doing that right? Oh, and then they say it again. Hydrocoeris. Hydrocoeris is a giant cavy. Never seen that word before. Rodent native to South America. It is the largest living rodent and a member of the genus Hydrocoeris. That's cool. It's the largest living rodent. So there is good information in here. I'm not saying there won't be good information to be found in the wiki. Like I said, it's just a very difficult read. The only other is that extant or extant. If someone can chime in there, the only other, I'm going to say extant member is the lesser capybara, Hydrocaris isthmius. Its close relatives include guinea pigs and rock cavies, and is more distantly related to the agouti, the chinchilla, and the nutria. This one time, one of my best friends actually got the word agoutis as his free Scrabble word reveal. You know, when you're playing a friend in Scrabble and on the digital version, and you get like one or two things that you can make the AI solve it for you. Yeah, he actually made the AI solve it for him on his turn, and he got like a triple word score on that word agoutis right there, and he won the game. I was so angry, dude. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think we still talk about it. Anyway, the chinchilla and the nutria, the capybara, inhabits savannas and dense forests and lives near bodies of water. It is a highly social species and can be found in groups as large as 100 individuals, but usually lives in groups of 10 to 20 individuals. The capybara is hunted for its meat and hide, and also for grease from its thick, fatty skin. It is not considered a threatened species. Hey, look, I'm not gonna lie, that was actually very interesting, okay? So what was the takeaway? Largest living rodent, okay? That's badass. The largest living rodent is the capybara. It's, distantly related to chinchilla and nutria, but it's closely related to guinea pig. It's a giant-ass guinea pig. And you can see it. Maybe I'll remove myself from the video so I can show you the picture of it. I'll put up a picture of it. And, yeah, that's a giant-ass guinea pig right there. And it is social, right? So they live with 10 to 20, but they can live up to 100, so it's a communal animal. Hunted for its meat. I wonder what capybara steak tastes like. No, you're not going to get steaks out of a capybara, right? It's small. You're going to be eating that like you would rabbit, like chops, right? Like, rabbit or maybe pig capybara chops. Is that such a thing? I'll bet you it is. Rack of capybara with some mint jelly. I'll bet you. Yeah, etymology. Its common name is derived from to be and I'm done. I'm out. A complex agglutination of ka plus pli plus u plus r. See, there, it gets so dense, and it is very, very cool, but not free flowing, so I gotta can it. I'm not gonna be doing stuff like this, but hey, thank you for the request. We did learn a little bit about Capybara, but now we gotta move on to Reddit, because that's what I wanted to do. Oh, Tropic Thunder. Dude, should I read about Tropic Thunder? Oh my god, am I gonna hijack this? Because that'll be 2 wiki reads in a row. That'll be wiki Tropic Thunder following the Reese's read, and it's a long read too. It's a pretty long read. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna go ahead and read about Tropic Thunder. That's funny. I didn't think that would happen. This was supposed to be Reddit, but it's okay. Let's do it. I'm down. Alright, Tropic Thunder. I'll do a Reddit read after this, actually. So we'll do Reddit. I'll release this. What day is it? I think it's technically Wednesday or Thursday right now. Let me just check really quick. It is Thursday, so this will come out today, and then tomorrow we'll do a Reddit read. Okay, very cool. Tropic Thunder is a 2008 action comedy film directed by Ben Stiller, who wrote the screenplay with Justin Theroux and Ethan Cohen. Ethan, not Ethan, huh? The film stars Stiller, Jack Black, Robert Downey Jr., Jay Baruchel, and Brandon T. Jackson as a group of prima donna actors making a Vietnam War film. When their frustrated director, Steve Coogan, drops them in the middle of a jungle, they are forced to rely on their acting skills to survive the real action and danger. Tropic Thunder parodies many famous war films, specifically those based on the Vietnam War. The ensemble cast includes Tom Cruise, Nick Nolte, Danny McBride, Matthew McConaughey, and Bill Hader. Stiller developed Tropic Thunder's premise during the production of Empire of the Sun in the spring of 1987, and later enlisted Theroux and Cohen to complete a script. I'm sorry, I need to read that again. Is that saying Stiller developed this in 87 when Empire of the Sun came out? Stiller, hold on, waiting for a car as well. Stiller developed Tropic Thunder's premise during the production of Empire of the Sun in the spring of 1987, and later enlisted Theroux and Cohen to complete a script. Dude, that's fucking crazy. I had no idea it was back there. I would say that's a typo, and he would have said like 1997. But no, I'm pretty sure, yeah, I remember Empire of the Sun, and I'm pretty sure that was 1987, so moving on. The film was greenlit in 2006 and was produced by Stuart Kornfeld Stiller and Eric McLeod for Red Hour Productions and DreamWorks Pictures as an international co-production between the United States, Germany, and the United Kingdom. Filming took place in 2007 on the Hawaiian island of Kauai over 13 weeks and was the largest film production in the island's history, I'll bet. The extensive marketing campaign included faux websites for the three main characters, and their fictional films, a fictional television special, and selling the energy drink advertised in the film, Booty Sweat. Pop an ass open. I added that in case you're not reading this with me. Yeah, I wonder if those websites are still there. That would be rad to check them out. Paramount Pictures and DreamWorks released Tropic Thunder in the U.S. on August 13th, 2008. It received generally positive reviews for its characters, story, faux trailers, and cast performances. However, the depiction of the mentally handicapped and use of blackface makeup attracted controversy. The film opened at the top of the American box office and retained the #1 position for 3 consecutive weeks, ultimately grossing more than $195 million worldwide before its release on home media on November 18th, 2008. Downey was nominated for an Academy Award, a BAFTA Award, and a Screen Actors Guild Award, while both he and Cruise received nominations for a like he was a supporting actor, but it was technically a minor role, even though it was one of the best minor roles in cinema history as Les Grossman. Come on, dude. I'm talking like you guys have seen this movie. If not, I mean, turn this off immediately. All right, and go see it. Obviously, not because of spoilers, because I want you to go see Tropic Thunder. Please go and see that movie immediately. The plot. Hook-handed Vietnam veteran Staff Sergeant John Fourleaf Tabak's memoir Tropic Thunder, sorry, messed that up, is being made into a film. With the exception of newcomer supporting actor Kevin Sandusky, the cast-fading action hero Tug Speedman, overbearing 5-time Academy Award-winning Australian method actor Kirk Lazarus, loudmouthed rapper Al Pacino, and drug-addicted comedian Jeff Portnoy all cause problems for the inexperienced director Damien Cockburn, who cannot control them, resulting in a multi-million-dollar pyrotechnics scene being wasted. With the project months behind schedule, studio executive Les Grossman gives Damien an ultimatum: get the cast under control or the project will be cancelled. On Fourleaf's advice, Damien drops the actors into the middle of the jungle with hidden cameras and rigged special effects explosions to film guerrilla style. The actors have guns that fire blanks, along with a map and scene listing that will lead to a helicopter waiting at the end of the route. Unknown to the actors and production, the group have been dropped in the middle of the Golden Triangle, the home of the heroin-producing Flaming Dragon Gang. Just as the group is about to set off, Damien inadvertently steps on an old landmine and is blown up, stunning the actors. Tug, believing Damien faked his death to encourage the cast to give better performances, assures the others that Damien is alive and that they are still shooting the film. Kirk is unconvinced but joins them in their trek through the jungle just to get out of the jungle. When Fourleaf and pyrotechnics operator Cody Underwood try to locate the deceased director, they are captured by Flaming Dragon. Fourleaf is revealed to have hands. He confesses to Underwood that he actually served in the Coast Guard, has never left the United States, and that he wrote his memoir as a tribute. That's so good. As the actors continue through the jungle, Kirk, who has become convinced that Tug's ineptitude is putting them in jeopardy, and Kevin, the only actor who bothered to properly prepare for his role, discover that Tug is leading them in the wrong direction. The resulting argument results in Kirk leading the rest of the cast back toward the resort they are staying at, as an increasingly delirious Tug is captured by Flaming Dragon. Taken to their base, Tug believes it is a POW camp from the script. The gang discovers he is the star of their favorite film, the box office bomb Simple Jack, and force him to reenact it several times a day, leading him to become brainwashed. Meanwhile, it's such a ridiculous movie. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, Tug's agent Rick Peck confronts Les over an unfulfilled term in Tug's contract that entitles him to a TiVo. Flaming Dragon calls during the discussion and demands a ransom for Tug, but Les instead delivers a profanity-laden death threat. Les is uninterested in rescuing Tug and is instead delighted at the prospect of a large insurance payout if Tug dies. He attempts to convince Pecker to play along by promising a Gulfstream 5 jet and lots of money. Kirk, Alba, Jeff, and Kevin discover Flaming Dragon's heroin factory. After witnessing Tug being tortured, they plan a rescue attempt based on the film's script. Kirk impersonates a farmer, towing a captured Jeff on the back of a water buffalo, distracting the armed guards so Alba and Kevin can infiltrate and find the prisoners, but a combination of broken Mandarin, Chinese, and inconsistencies in his story sets off the gang's boss. The actors, knowing their cover has been blown, begin firing, fooling the gang members into surrender. Their control of the gang falls apart when Jeff grabs the leader and heads for the drugs, and the gang, realizing the guns fire blanks, recovering their guns and fight back. What they left out was the leader of the gang is a child, and Jeff, played by Jack Black, literally picks the child up, puts him over his shoulder, and runs toward the drugs. It's an epic scene. The four actors locate Four-Leaf, Cody, and Tug and cross a bridge rigged to explode to get to Underwood's helicopter. Tug initially remains behind, believing Flaming Dragon to be his family, but runs back screaming, chased by an angry horde. Four-Leaf destroys the bridge, rescuing Tug, but as the helicopter takes off, the gang boss fires an RPG at the helicopter. Rick unexpectedly stumbles out of the jungle and saves them by throwing a TiVo box into the path of the grenade. The crew return to Hollywood, and footage from the hidden cameras is compiled into the feature film Tropic Thunder, which becomes a major critical and commercial success. The film wins Tug his first Academy Award, which Kirk presents to him at the ceremony. Oh wow, the cast. They have meaty paragraphs here for the cast. Ben Stiller as Tug Speedman, once the highest paid, highest grossing action film star ever due to his Scorcher franchise. His career has stalled, and he now has a reputation for appearing in nothing but box office bombs. After drawing negative coverage for his portrayal in Simple Jack, in which he plays a mentally challenged farm boy, he takes the role of Four-Leaf Tayback in an attempt to save his career. Tug's faux trailer at the film's start is a preview for Scorcher 6, Global Meltdown, the latest in his series and a spoof of long-running summer action blockbuster franchises. Jack Black as Jeff Portnoy, a drug-addicted comedian actor well known for portraying multiple parts in his films that rely on toilet humor, particularly jokes about flatulence. In the film within a film, he plays a raspy-voiced soldier named Fats. He fears he is only considered an actor because of his farts and nothing else. Portnoy's faux trailer for juvenile family comedy The Fatties Fart 2, about a family with each member played by Portnoy, which enjoys passing gas, spoofs Eddie Murphy's portrayal of multiple characters in films such as Nutty Professor 2, The Clumps. That's right, but not only the fact that Murphy played multiple roles, also the actual farting scene in The Nutty Professor 2. That's what they were spoofing as well. Like, the whole scene was pretty much a direct take from it. Robert Downey Jr. as Kirk Lazarus, an Australian method actor and 5-time Academy Award winner. Lazarus had a controversial pigmentation alteration surgery to darken temporarily his skin for his portrayal of the black character Staff Sergeant Lincoln Osiris. Lazarus refuses to break character until he has recorded the DVD commentary for a part and only speaks in his character's African-American vernacular English. Lazarus's faux trailer, Satan's Alley, is about two gay monks in a 12th century Irish monastery parodying films like Brokeback Mountain and Downey's own scenes with Tobey Maguire, who in a cameo portrays himself playing the other monk in Wonder Boys. Downey said he modeled Lazarus on 3 actors: Russell Crowe, Daniel Day-Lewis, and Colin Farrell. That's fascinating. I did not know that. Lazarus was originally intended to be Irish, but Downey felt more comfortable using an Australian accent since he had portrayed an Australian character in Natural Born Killers. And there was something I wanted to say. Yeah. So, and it's a famous line, right? I don't break character till I do the DVD commentary. And just like it says in here, Lazarus refuses to break character until he has recorded the DVD commentary for a part and only speaks in his character's African-American vernacular English. Guys, I watched the DVD commentary. He literally as Lazarus in the DVD commentary. And meanwhile, Jack Black and Ben Stiller are just Jack Black and Ben Stiller. It's amazing. It's true, is what I'm saying. He literally did not break character until after the DVD commentary. So, yeah, that's a thing. You're welcome for that. Nick Nolte as Four-Leaf Tayback, the author of Tropic Thunder, a fake memoir of his war experiences on which the film within a film is based. He suggests the idea of dropping the actors in the middle of the jungle to get them looking and feeling like soldiers lost in a foreign land. He's awesome in that. When he spits the apple after Les Grossman is grilling him, he's so good. Matthew McConaughey as Rick the Pecker Peck, Speedman's extremely devoted agent and best friend. Steve Coogan as Damien Cockburn. I'm laughing through this whole thing because every single person that I'm reading in this is, it sounds stupid to say, it sounds like douchey, but I'm going to say it, a heavy hitter in this film. There are no bad actors, there are no bad lines, there are no bad scenes. It's a number of it. This is like a golden film, winner of the coveted Golden Monkey Award. Steve Coogan as Damien Cockburn, the inexperienced British film director who was unable to control the actors in the film. The character was partially inspired by Richard Stanley and his experience of directing the 1996 film The Island of Dr. Moreau with Val Kilmer and Marlon Brando. Jay Baruchel as Kevin Sandusky, a novice actor. He is the only cast member to have read the script and book and attended the assigned boot camp prior to the film. Sandusky plays a young soldier named Brooklyn in the film within a film. Brooklyn and Sandusky each occupy the position of straight man in character in the film within a film, and its cast being the only actor without an internal conflict or deep-seated insecurity. He often serves as a mediator when tensions between the cast get high. And one of the funniest scenes, actually, again, is Jay, or Brooklyn. It's not even a speaking line. It's his reaction, the look in Jay's face after Downey Jr., after Lincoln Osiris delivers the line, "I'm just like a little kid playing with his dick when he's nervous." And the camera pans over to Jay, and he's just got this look of like shame and disgust, like why is he even there? It's so good. Danny McBride. Sorry, did I finish the... Yeah, I finished the Jay Baruchel one. Danny McBride as Cody, the film's explosives expert and helicopter pilot. He has developed a reputation for being a dangerous pyromaniac after an incident while working on Freaky Friday nearly blinded Jamie Lee Curtis. Brandon T. Jackson as Al Pacino, a closeted homosexual rapper who was attempting to cross over into acting, portraying a soldier named Motown while promoting his Bust-a-Nut candy bar and booty sweat energy drink. He feels his image as a rapper would not allow him to be openly gay. His name is a play on Al Pacino. Kevin Hart turned down the role because he did not want to play a gay character. Bill Hader as studio executive Rob Slalom, Grossman's assistant and right-hand man. He's hilarious in that. Completely forgot he was in that. He crushed it. He crushes it in everything. Bill Hader is one of my favorite actors. And guess what's happening here? I'm actually right-clicking and opening Bill Hader in a new tab. I want to read about that guy. Bill Hader is S tier. Brandon Suhu as Tran, the 12-year-old young leader of the Flaming Dragon Gang. The character was compared to God's Army guerrilla leaders Johnny and Luther Hatu. Reggie Lee as Byong, the second in command, and the Flaming Dragon in the Flaming Dragon Gang. Tom Cruise as Les Grossman, the profane, ill-tempered studio executive producing Tropic Thunder. Various commentators believe he is loosely based on Scott Rudin, famous for his volcanic temper and poor treatment of others. Legendary character, Les Grossman. Fake arms. I don't know if they're going to address that in here. Prosthetic Jennifer Love Hewitt, Alicia Silverstone, Christine Taylor, Meanie Andon, Anthony Ruiviar, don't know, Ruivivar, Rachel Avery, Yvette Nicole Brown, Sean Penn, and John Voight. Co-writer Justin Theroux appears in 2 brief roles as UH-1 Huey Gunner and the disc jockey from Zoolander, shown in a deleted scene. Production. The script. Alright, now, I'm curious about this because, like I said before, 1987, this fucking guy waited that long, and hats off to him, thank God. Script. Stiller developed the premise for Tropic Thunder while shooting Empire of the Sun, in which he played a small part. That's why. Okay. Stiller wanted to make a film based on the actors he knew who, after taking part in boot camps to prepare for war film roles, became self-important and self-involved and appeared to believe they had been part of a real military unit. Co-writer Theroux revealed that the initial script concept was to have actors go to a mock boot camp and return with post-traumatic stress disorder. The final script was developed to satirize Vietnam War films such as Apocalypse Now, Rambo, Missing in Action, Platoon, Full Metal Jacket, Hamburger Hill, and The Deer Hunter. Theroux pointed out that since viewers had an increased awareness of the inner workings of Hollywood due to celebrity websites and Hollywood news sources, the script was easier to write. Dialogue for unscripted portions of the storyboard was developed on set by the actors or was improvised. I would have loved to have been there for that. Casting. Stiller original plan was... Yeah, that's a typo. Stiller's original plan was cast... Stiller original plan was cast Keanu Reeves as Tug Speedman and... Hey, what the hell is wrong with this sentence right here? Am I tripping out because it's really late? I'm just gonna read it like it says. Stiller originally... No, I couldn't even do that. Stiller original plan was cast Keanu Reeves as Tug Speedman. Yeah, not a right sentence. So I'll just say it. Stiller originally casted Keanu Reeves as Tug Speedman and himself as Rick Peck. There you go. Go ahead and insert that, Wiki guys. Ethan Cohen created the role of Kirk Lazarus as a way of lampooning the great lengths that some method actors go to depict a role. Downey was approached by Stiller about the part while on vacation in Hawaii. Downey said on CBS The Early Show that his first reaction was, "This is the stupidest idea I've ever heard," and that Stiller responded, "Yeah, I know, isn't it great?" In another interview, Downey said that he accepted the part, but having no idea where or even how to start building the character of Lazarus, eventually settled on a jive-esque speech pattern and a ragged bass voice. He then auditioned Lazarus's voice over the phone to Stiller, who approved the characterization immediately. Downey revealed that he modeled the character on actors Russell Crowe, Colin Farrell, and Daniel Day-Lewis. As previously stated, the initial script was written for Downey's character to be Irish, but was altered after Downey stated he could improvise better as an Australian. He had previously played a similar outlandish Australian character in the film Natural Born Killers. Downey's practice, and actually I will say I believe, to get meta into this, I'm pretty sure the priest that he plays in Satan's Alley, the faux trailer that he and McGuire are in, I believe the priest in that was Irish. So there's a little bit of he was still able to use some of his Irish that he probably practiced for a little bit, right? Downey's practice of remaining in character between takes and even off the film set was also written into the script for his character to perform. I'm going to read that again. I didn't take it in. Downey's practice of remaining in character between takes and even off the film set was also written into the script for his character to perform. You gotta be kidding me. I wonder if he actually did that. Downey required between 1.5 to 2 hours of makeup application. According to Downey, one makeup artist would start on the side of my face and a second makeup artist would start on the other side, and then they'd meet in the middle. Downey acknowledged controversy over his role. At the end of the day, it's always about how well you commit to the character. If I didn't feel it was morally sound, or that it would be easily misinterpreted that I'm just C. Thomas Howell in Soul Man, I would have stayed home. Co-star Brandon T. Jackson stated, "When I first read the script, I was like, what? Blackface? But when I saw him act, he, became a black man. It was just good acting. It was weird on the set because he would keep going with the character. He's a method actor." Stiller, so I guess that answers the question. He actually did. Holy shit. Stiller commented on Downey's portrayal of a white actor playing a black man. When people see the movie in the context of the film, he's playing a method actor who's gone to great lengths to play a black guy. The movie is skewering actors and how they take themselves so seriously. Stiller previewed the film before the NAACP, and several black journalists reacted positively to the character. Cruise was initially set to cameo as Stiller's character's agent Rick Peck. Instead, Cruise suggested adding a studio head character, and the idea was incorporated into the script. Awesome. I didn't know it was his idea. Les Grossman. The role required that Cruise don a fat suit, large prosthetic hands, and a bald cap. Alright, they did address it. It was Cruise's idea to give the character large hands and dance to Low. Stiller intended to keep Cruise's role a secret until the film's release. In addition, Paramount Pictures refused to release promotional pictures of Cruise's character to the media. In November 2007, images of Cruise wearing a bald headpiece and a fat suit appeared on Inside Edition, as well as on the internet. Cruise's attorneys threatened a lawsuit if photos showing Cruise in costume were published. They approached various sites that were hosting the image and quickly had it removed. A representative for Cruise stated, "Mr. Cruise's appearance was supposed to be a surprise for his fans worldwide." Paparazzi have ruined what should have been a fun discovery for moviegoers. The photography agency INF, who debuted the image, responded with a statement. "While these pictures were taken without breaking any criminal or civil laws, we've decided to pull them from circulation effective immediately." Yeah. Hey, you think Cruise would ever... What if Cruise, took it so seriously, he sicked all of the Scientology people on them. He took Les Grossman that seriously. He went Scientology on him. That would be hilarious. In the most terrible way. Serving as a last-minute replacement, Tobey Maguire was available to be on set for only 2 hours to film his scenes in Satan's Alley. Downey said he was amazed Maguire would agree to do the film and felt like they were creating a karmic payoff for their scenes together in the 2000 film Wonder Boys, where Downey's character has a one-night stand with Maguire's character. After Cruise vacated the role of Rick Peck, Owen Wilson was cast to play the part. I want to leave that out. Wilson dropped out of the film and was replaced by Matthew McConaughey. Shout out to Owen Wilson. That guy is awesome. He fucking crushes it in everything he is. He's crazier than a road lizard. Filming. Although Southern California and Mexico were considered for the main unit filming, the Hawaiian island of Kauai, where Stiller has a home, was selected for the majority of the shooting. Kauai was chosen over Mexico because a tax credit for in-state spending was negotiated with the Kauai Film Commission. Sick. John Toll, the cinematographer, stated the island was also selected for its similarity to Vietnam based on its dense foliage, variety of terrains, and weather. Kauai was first scouted as a possible location to film Tropic Thunder in 2004. Stiller spent more than 25 hours over 6 weeks exploring the island using all-terrain vehicles, boats, and helicopters. That would have been fun as shit. After the film was greenlit by DreamWorks in 2006, pre-production lasted for 6 months, most of this time spent on scouting additional locations for filming. Filming for the Los Angeles and interior scenes occurred on sets at Universal Studios in Hollywood. these sets. I wonder if any of them are exposed on the Universal Backlot Tour. I would love to see that, dude. I would straight up get off the tram and go live in one of the sets overnight, like an idiot. It would be funny, dude. I would take pictures. Come on, tell me that wouldn't be like appreciated on social. That's a weird thing to say, but I said it anyway. Tropic Thunder was the first major studio production on Kauai in 5 years. After filming was completed, it was deemed the largest production filmed on the island to date and contributed more than $60 million to the local economy. Tim Ryan, the executive editor of Hawaii Film and Video magazine, commented on the filming on the island. "I think Tropic Thunder will give Kauai much needed and long-idled publicity in the production arena. It should put Kauai back on the production consideration radar. Preliminary production crews were on the island starting in December 2006, and principal photography began in July 2007, with filming lasting 13 weeks over 7 separate locations on the island. Much of the filming took place on private land as well as conservation status designated areas. Casting calls on the island sought 500 residents to portray the villagers in the film." That would be fun. 2 units shot simultaneously on the island from the ground, and an aerial unit shot from the helicopters. Many of the sets and the bridge, that was my ankle. Many of the sets and the bridge used for one of the final scenes were built in 3 months. I'm not gonna lie, I'd be scared to drive over any of that construction, that freshly built stuff right there. Even though you could argue the fresher the better, right? It would freak me out. The island's erratic weather hampered filming with rain and lightning issues. The crew also faced complications in moving the equipment and cast due to the difficult terrain. I'll bet. The film advising company Warriors Inc. was enlisted to ensure the war scenes, including the attire worn by the actors, looked authentic. Former members of the U.S. military taught the actors how to handle, fire, and reload their weapons, as well as perform various tactical movements. The opening war scene was filmed over 3 weeks and required 50 stuntmen. Animatics were used to map out the necessary camera angles for filming. Effects. 6 companies working on different scenes and elements created 500 shots of visual effects in the film. These were at times altered. 6 companies working on different scenes and elements created 500 shots of visual effects in the film. Okay. These were at times altered weekly due to the reactions of test audiences and screenings. Wow, talk about money to burn. Holy shit. CIS Visual Effects Group assisted with the Scorcher 6 faux trailer and 20 additional shots for the home media release. To expand on the comedy in the film, some of the explosions and crashes were embellished to look more destructive. The visual effects supervisor Michael Fink reflected on the exaggerated explosions. "We worked really hard to make the CG." Sorry, I gotta wait for a motorcycle. "We worked really hard to make the CG crashing helicopter in the hot landing sequence look real. Ben was adamant about that, but at the same time he wanted the explosion to be huge. When you see it hit the ground, it was like it was filled with gasoline. It was the same thing with Ben's sergeant character, who almost intercepts a hand grenade. Now, I was in the Army for 3 years, and no hand grenade would make an explosion like that, but it was a big dramatic moment, and it looks really cool, and it feels kind of real. And also, I always thought that was part of the joke, by like the explosion being way too big for a grenade like that." Filming the large napalm explosion in the opening scene of the film required a 450-foot or 137 meter for UK and Canada folk out there right now. Row of explosive pots containing 1,100 gallons, 4,165 liters of gasoline and diesel fuel. All the palm trees used in the explosion were moved to the specific location after the crew determined the impact of the lighting and necessary camera angles. Wow, yeah, that giant strip of trees. I remember what they're talking about. Due to the size and cost of the 1.25 second explosion, it was performed only only once and was captured by 12 cameras as well. It should have been right on 12. Very cool. For the safety of the crew and cast, that's funny. For the safety of the crew and cast, the detonators were added 1 hour before the explosion, and nobody was allowed to be within 400 feet, 120 meters, during detonation. The explosion was made up of 12 individual explosions and resulted in a mushroom cloud that reached 350 feet, 110 meters in the air. For the scene in the film, Danny McBride's character, Cody Underwood, was the only actor shown in the shot of the explosion. All the other characters were added digitally. The explosion of the bridge in one of the final scenes used 9 cameras to capture the shot, and the crew was required to be 3,000 feet, 910 meters, away for their safety. Promotion. A trailer for the film was released in April 2008. The Calgary Herald gave it a rating of 3 out of 5, commenting, "This could either be good or very, very bad." Gary Sussman of Entertainment Weekly questioned whether the film would turn into precisely the kind of bloated action monstrosity that it's making fun of. The trailer received the Best Comedy Trailer Award at the 9th Annual Golden Trailer Awards. DreamWorks also released a red band trailer, the first of its kind used by the studio to promote one of its films. Stiller, Downey, and Black appeared on the 7th season finale of American Idol in a sketch as the Pips, performing with Gladys Knight via archival footage. The 3 actors also later performed a sketch at the 2008 MTV Movie Awards, which featured the actors attempting to create a successful viral video to promote the film with awkward results. In September 2008, Stiller and Downey attended the San Sebastian International Film Festival to promote the film. A screening was shown, but it was not chosen to compete against the other films at the festival. Wow. Between April 2008 and the film's commercial release in August 2008, the film had over 250 promotional screenings. On August 3rd, 2008, Stiller, Downey, and Black visited Camp Pendleton, a U.S. Marine Corps base in California, to present a screening to over 1,000 military members and their families. The screening was on behalf of the United Service Organizations and included the actors heading to the screening by helicopter and Humvees. On August 8th, 2008, a special 30-minute fictional true Hollywood story aired about the making of Tropic Thunder. In video games, a themed scavenger hunt was incorporated into Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Vegas 2, and Stiller allowed his likeness to be used in the online Facebook application game based on the film. As a tie-in for the film's release, Paramount announced it would market the energy drink known in the film as Booty Sweat. Michael Corcoran, Paramount's president of consumer products, commented on the release, "We're very excited because it has the potential to live for quite a while, well beyond the film. The drink was sold in college bookstores on Amazon.com and at other retailers." Faux wet. Let me see how much is left really quick, because I gotta get to Reddit and cut a video. Oh, there's a lot left. I had no idea. I might have to cut this short, guys. I gotta do Reddit. I have to do Reddit and play a video game. I gotta record so much stuff. Okay, let me see. Let's see if the release and what else is there? Because that's probably only half that I got through, right? Home media, reception, reading about, actually that could be kind of cool to read about the critics. Kind of critics list. Box office, I'll read about box office because that's kind of cool. Accolades are cool. I don't give a shit about controversy. Music could be pretty cool. Spin-off. No, okay, cool. So I'm just going to read about the release and the box office, and then we'll call it good. Alright, so the release. Tropic Thunder held an early screening at the 2008 San Diego Comic-Con 2 weeks before it officially premiered on August 11th, 2008 at the Mann Village Village Theater in Westwood, California, and 2 days before its wide release, members of several disability groups picketed before the premiere, protesting at the portrayal of intellectual disability shown in the film. The groups revealed that it was the first time they had ever protested together at an event. As a result of the protest, the normally unobstructed views of the red carpet leading to the premiere were blocked off by 10-foot, 3-meter high fences, and there was an increase in the number of security personnel present. No protests were held at the UK's September premiere. Hey, good on you, UK. Rock and roll. The North American release was scheduled for July 11th, 2008, but was delayed until August 15th before being brought forward to August 13th. As a result of the move from July, 20th Century Fox moved its family comedy Meet Dave in the open slot. The August 13th release date was also the opening weekends for the animated family film Star Wars: The Clone Wars and the horror film Mirrors. Studios consider the third week of August to be a weaker performing period than earlier in the summer because of students returning to school. Gotcha. Previous R-rated comedies such as The 40-Year-Old Virgin and Superbad were released in mid-August and performed well at the box office. Reacting to Tropic Thunder's release date, Rob Moore, vice chairman of Paramount Pictures, stated, "For a young person at the end of summer, you want to have some fun and forget about going back to school. What better than a crazy comedy?" Totally. Skipping home, media and reception. Critical response, it's going to have a bunch of bad stuff in there. It'll have great stuff and it'll also have bad stuff, and I just want to ditch the bad stuff. It's an incredible movie. I don't need other people to try to tell me otherwise. Box office. Stacy Snyder, the chief executive of DreamWorks, suggested that the film would earn around $30 million in its opening weekend and go on to be as successful as Borat: Cultural Learnings of America for Make Benefit Glorious Nation of Kazakhstan, which earned $129 million in the US and Canada and $260 million worldwide. I had no idea Borat crushed it that fucking hard. Sacha Baron Cohen. There's another guy I need to read about. The Dark Knight had been the #1 film at the box office for the 4 weeks prior to the release of Tropic Thunder. Bob Thompson, a writer for the National Post, speculated that Tropic Thunder's opening weekend would outperform The Dark Knight for the weekend. In a list compiled prior to the summer's film releases, Entertainment Weekly predicted that the film would be the 10th highest grossing film of the summer at the American box office with $142.6 million. Okay. Now, Tropic Thunder opened in 3,319 theaters and, for its first 5 days of American and Canadian release, earned $36,845,588 specific dollars. The film placed first in the weekend's box office with $25,812,796, surpassing Star Wars: The Clone Wars and Mirrors, which debuted the same weekend. Reacting to the film's opening receipts, DreamWorks spokesman Chip Sullivan stated, "We're thrilled, quite frankly. It played out exactly how we hoped. In foreign markets for the film's opening weekend, it was released in 418 Russian and 19 United Arab Emirates locations, earning $2.2 million and $319,000 respectively. The film maintained its #1 position at the American and Canadian box office for the following 2 weekends, making it the second film in 2008 after The Dark Knight to hold the #1 position for more than 2 consecutive weekends. The film's widest release was in 3,473 theaters, placing it in the top 25 widest releases in the U.S. for 2008. For 2008, the film was the fifth highest grossing domestic R-rated film. The film's U.S. and Canada gross of over $110 million made Tropic Thunder Stiller's most successful film as a director. The film has had gross receipts of $110 million $115,313 in the US and Canada, and $85,187,498 in international markets, for a total of $195,702,811 worldwide. Let's read about some accolades. Accolades, rather. In October 2008, Paramount chose to put end-of-year award push funds behind Tropic Thunder and began advertising for Downey to receive a nomination by the Academy Awards for Best Supporting Actor. In a November 2008 issue by Entertainment Weekly, Downey's film role was considered one of the 3 contenders for Best Supporting Actor. You bet your ass. As a way of extending the film within a film universe into real life, there were at least 2 online for your consideration ads touting Downey's character, Kirk Lazarus, for Best Supporting Actor. One of these contains scenes from Satan's Alley that were not in the trailer as released in theaters. At least one of the ads was produced by Paramount Pictures and intended for early for your consideration awareness for Downey's role. On January 22nd, 2009, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences nominated Downey for Best Supporting Actor. At the 81st Academy Awards, Downey lost to Heath Ledger for his role as the Joker in The Dark Knight. Oh, what an epic fucking clash of the titans there. As we know, though, cheers. R.I.P. Heath Ledger. Legendary. With the onset of the annual Hollywood Film Awards season at the end of 2008, Tropic Thunder began receiving nominations and awards, starting with a win for the Hollywood Comedy of the Year award at the 12th Annual Hollywood Film Festival. On October 27, 2008, the film was nominated for Best Motion Picture, Comedy or Musical for the Satellite Awards. In addition, Downey was nominated for Best Actor in a Supporting Role. The Broadcast Film Critics Association nominated Downey for Best Supporting Actor and awarded Tropic Thunder Best Comedy Movie at the BFCA's Critics' Choice Awards. Both Downey and Cruise received nominations from the Hollywood Foreign Press Association for Golden Globes for Best Supporting Actor. The Boston Society of Film Critics recognized the cast with its Best Ensemble Award. Downey was also nominated by both the Screen Actors Guild and the British Academy of Film and Television Arts for Best Supporting Actor. That's weird. I felt like someone was at my door. But there's controversy, there's music. Well, you know what? We can finish it off with music. Why not? It's only a paragraph, and I'll be able to get through this easier than the Capybara, so here we go. Tropic Thunder's score and soundtrack were released on August 5th, 2008, the week before the film's theatrical release. The score was composed by Theodore Shapiro and performed by the Hollywood Studio Symphony. William Ruhlman of AllMusic gave the score a positive review, stating it is an affectionate and knowing satire of the history of Hollywood action movie music, penned by an insider. Thomas Simpson of Soundtrack.net called it a mixture of fun, seriousness, rock and roll, and great scoring. 5 songs: Come On Feel the Noise by Quiet Riot, Symphony for the Devil by the Rolling Stones, For What It's Worth by Buffalo Springfield, Low by Flo Rida and T-Pain, and Get Back by Ludacris were not present on the soundtrack yet did appear in the film. The soundtrack features songs from The Temptations, MC Hammer, Creedence Clearwater Revival, Edwin Starr, and other artists. The single Name of the Game by Crystal Method featuring Ryu has an exclusive remix on the soundtrack. The soundtrack debuted 20th on Billboard's Top Soundtracks list and peaked at 39th on its Top Independent Albums list. James Christopher Monger of AllMusic compared the music to other film soundtracks such as Platoon, Full Metal Jacket, and Forrest Gump, and called it a fun but slight listen that plays out like an old late 70s K-Tel compilation with a few bonus cuts from the future. And going through some songs, yeah, Name of the Game, Ball of Confusion, Run Through the Jungle, Sadness, You Can't Touch This, classic, Ready, Set, Go, I Just Want to Celebrate, I'd Love to Change the World, The Pusher, Moving Up, Frankenstein, Sometimes When We Touch, War, I Love the Buzzy, that's, what's his name? Brandon T. Jackson, but Al Pacino, Get Back, Spin-off, Cruise reprised his character Les Grossman for the 2010 MTV Movie Awards. On June 9th, 2010, it was announced that a spin-off film would be developed centering on Grossman. A script has been written by Michael Bacall. In March 2012, Bacall gave an update on the long-rumored Les Grossman spin-off movie, revealing that the film will attempt to uncover where Grossman's well-documented anger issues originated. Dude, I totally want to see that. Who wouldn't want to see a Les Grossman movie? It would be incredible. Let's do it. Okay, I gotta go, guys. I gotta play some Halo or Isaac or something, and I gotta record it. So, it's been fun. And, leave comments. Oh my gosh, you know what? Okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna throw you for a loop. This is funny. I'm gonna release this tomorrow. Pepperoni Tony actually asked me specifically in the comments. He goes, "Why come no trivia?" I'm paraphrasing, of course, because I usually would do trivia before all of the videos. Before I went on vacation, that was the thing. At the beginning of the video, I would always ask a trivia question. But this time, I'm going to do it at the end. I forgot before. I didn't do this on purpose, but now that I think of it, if I'm going to pin the person who gets the trivia question correct, how about I put it at the end or somewhere randomly throughout the video? That's what we're going to do. Boom. We got it. From now on, trivia question. I put the trivia question, I hide it somewhere in the video, alright? And then the person who gets it correct gets pinned to the top. That's what we're doing. So the question is then, what is the trivia question going to be? Okay, so now that we've even fully read this thing, let's make it a Tropic Thunder centric trivia question. Let's see. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna think this will. I'm just gonna say. Okay. Here we go. You will have to have seen it, but you gotta answer this. This wiki just referenced a bunch of people who made cameos in the movie. Okay, one of the people who made a cameo in the movie turned out to actually be someone that Brandon T. Jackson, his character Al Pacino, is dating. It's revealed that Al Pacino and this person, famous person who made a cameo, are actually revealed to be dating at the end of the movie, and they talk about him during the movie as well. Who is the character I'm talking about? Who was Al Pacino revealed to be dating by the end of the movie? Okay, that is all, guys. I will catch you either tomorrow or in a couple minutes if I'm releasing the video after this. Okay, either way, doesn't matter. I'm going to talk to you in the comments. Have a good night. Away with my foot.